Om Shanti. Everyone sit straight with your head straight and also relax your body and gradually bring all your attention, your awareness in the center of forehead. It is very, very important to have focus in the center of forehead because then you are not pulled by any energy from outside. And create pure love for all the souls of the world, and especially for all those who are part of this journey with us. We are co-travelers. So we share pure love, pure feelings with each other. Pure love, peaceful vibrations. First, I take these vibrations through my breath, the vibrations of love and peace. And give it to your body, your costume, so that if there are any pains in the body, any tension, anything which is blocking, let the vibrations of pure love and peace is taken to spread all over the body. So that body becomes very light. Because when body is light and has all pure vibrations, then mind is not pulled towards body, but soul and body both together become very peaceful, very still, each part of body very calm and pure like the angel. With this double lightness, I create my eternal self. Like a seed where everything is merged in the seed. Mind, intellect, sanskars, everything is merged in the seed form stage. And now I nurture the seed. I nurture the seed with God's love, with purity, with peace. As a seed, a point of light, eternal being, now through awareness, moves beyond this body, goes towards sweet home, home of silence, purity, liberation. And at home, the supreme seed, seed of the world tree, Baba, my father, is there. So I sit with Baba in supreme abode, Paramdham. It is only in the seed form, as incorporeal, pure being, I can sit with Baba in sweet home. I am with the family of souls, connect with Baba. And Baba, with his unlimited love, nurtures the soul. I receive power from Baba. There is total silence within the self, and the stage of being detached observer. I, the soul, even detached from this body, and it is through Baba's love. First, I heal the soul, heal it completely from any kind of hurt from the past, and take this energy of healing also towards body to keep it safe, keep it healthy, and in total purity, so that all my senses and sense organs are always pulled towards purity, always do pure and elevated actions. It's not I need to control them, but they are naturally under control, only pulled towards elevated actions. So, this beautiful alignment of purity of soul and body is very important to reach to complete stage of completion, becoming complete. So now in silence, reminding myself I am a seed, and in seed form stage, feel myself from Baba's Drishti. Look at Baba also as supreme seed. Baba's love, calmness, radiant with inner peace. I also fill myself with these qualities of Baba. Baba is taking us beyond, reminding us of our eternal and immortal self. I am eternal, I am immortal. Body has lifespan, but soul is immortal. Nothing can hurt the soul. It's imperishable. Always remember, I am immortal and eternal, imperishable soul. Baba has come in this body of Dadi to meet us, give us drishti.
साधनोद्वाराय सेवा द्वारा अपने आप को खुश करना, ये भी अपने को धोखा देना। बाप दादा देखते हैं, कभी कभी बच्चे अपने को इन्हीं आधार पर अच्छा समझ, खुश समझ धोखा दे देते हैं, दे भी रहे, दे देते हैं। भी कोई रास है, दादा दादा के बच्चे तो जो सेवा युद्ध नहीं, लेकिन मिक्स कुछ याद भी और कुछ बैठ के साधनों बाबूजी के आधार पर, दिमाग के आधार पर, दिल के आधार पर नहीं, दिमाग के आधार पर करती है सेवा। तो सेवा का प्रत्यक्ष फल उनको भी मिलता है, क्योंकि बाप दादा है और वो उसी में खुश रहती है कि वाह हमको तो फल मिल गया, हमारा अच्छी सेवा। लेकिन सदा काल नहीं रहता, मन की संतुष्टता और आत्मा योग युक्त पावरफुल याद का अनुभव नहीं कर सकते, उससे वंचित रह जाते। बाकी कुछ भी नहीं मिलता हो सेवा का, ऐसा नहीं है, कुछ ना कुछ मिलता है, लेकिन जमा नहीं होता। खाया कमाया, खाया और खत्म। इसलिए ये भी अटेंशन रखना। बहुत सेवा अच्छी कर रही है, फल भी अच्छा मिल गया तो खाया और खत्म। जमा क्या हुआ? अच्छी सेवा की, अच्छी रिजल्ट निकली, लेकिन वो सेवा का फल मिला, जमा नहीं होता। इसलिए जमा करने की विधि है मनसा वाचा कर्मणा पवित्रता। फाउंडेशन पवित्रता, सेवा में भी फाउंडेशन पवित्रता। स्वच्छ हो, साफ हो और कोई भी भाव मिक्स नहीं, भाव में भी पवित्रता, भावना में भी पवित्रता।
Om Shanti. Eternal self, and then we say original. So we are only taking eternal self. Original is deity form, like 5 forms. So eternal and original. So eternal is the soul as eternally, as I said, also immortal, how it begins and how it becomes like a seed where there is complete purity. Everything is merged in the soul when it's eternal self. And original is then from that stage or degrees of purity, then original self, the deity form, the deity status. Because towards the end of cycle, end of confluence stage, as much as our degrees of purity, even we all will become 100% pure, but still there is difference in the purity, some degrees. But Baba wants us to be 16 celestial degrees. That means completely perfect, full of purity, complete purity. But the quality of purity will be different. And because of that, in golden age, there will be different status. So at this time, our aim is to become complete pure, eternal self into 16 celestial degrees, viceless, all virtues. But then after that comes is Maryada Purushottam, one who follows all Maryadas means code of conduct. So in that, the first, actually what Baba spoke just now was very, very deep. And I will see if I could take that, but it was that how we can remain honest and serve from heart, not thinking of numbers, not thinking of result, not thinking of how much I am recognized in what the service is being done. All these very, very subtle desires. And Baba is saying that no, that's not true service, because that way you don't accumulate. You only do, then you eat the fruit, it finishes. But you don't accumulate any fruit. But the first important aspect of purity, which is really, really very subtle and requires a lot of checking, and it takes really good efforts, and that is purity of awareness, simriti. Because simriti, two ways. One is that what comes in your mind, you know, you're not thinking, but suddenly something appears. And once Dadi Janki was sharing with us, some of us main sisters were with her, and I liked that very much. And she said that if there is anything stuck in your simriti, in your awareness, then you are connected with Baba, but you won't receive current. And it's so many years I keep thinking about that. And I feel that how true it is. Because if there is any blockage, any kind of subtle thing from the past or someone's behavior or your own sanskar, then it's a blockage. So Baba's power, current cannot be received. So we pay attention to Simriti because it's like mirror, and like you can see very, very clearly if it's clean. One is pure, other is clean. There is nothing else, nothing negative in that. If it's clean, then you can see past, present, future. It's like far-sightedness. Like in mirror, you can see everything very, very clearly. So very transparent. And that takes, as I said, lot to keep cleaning it, you know. Sometimes you need mercy, sometimes you need forgiveness, sometimes you need love. Depends on which virtue, which power is required to clean, keep my awareness clean. So from Simriti, deeper than Simriti is called Vritti. And Vritti is attitude. So attitude is very subtle, very subtle. And it's really, really coming from the past and from sanskars. And it could be also seen through your smile. No? Attitude needs to be pure. They call it vritti, but it's further called chit vritti. And chit is like subconscious mind. The qualities of someone, speciality of someone, or defects of someone, if they have gone in the attitude, in vritti, then not only its power is left, it's lost, but if you have brotherly attitude, or brotherly drishti, we call it, all our souls. And this really needs like, you have to keep cleaning it. As you see, notice anything in your vritti, sometimes we might not even notice because vritti is very subtle. But it has deep connection with simriti, then vritti. And third comes drishti. Then you look at that person with that attitude. And it's so powerful that other person will feel it. Feel or will, there will be some kind of responses or reactions. So that is why Baba keeps saying, have the vision of brotherhood. And that is really the last stage, like the way Baba looks at each one of us. You will never see any difference, right? His drishti towards everyone, same. Same is, I have to make my drishti pure based on this relationship that as I am eternal soul, all are also same. And it does so much service because even whatever sanskars anyone has at that time, but if your drishti, even you don't need to see that soul, but the vibrations of your drishti can help that soul, even if not everlasting, but at least at that time, that soul will be in enthusiasm, will be happy, will be inspired in some way or other. So it's very, very important to have this soul conscious drishti. Anyone, even amongst brothers and sisters, or someone is younger. So if it's younger, doesn't mean you say, oh, this one is younger, then what? Soul is soul. No? I know even a little child is very sensitive to receiving. And even body is small, but soul is very young ones are, they have very, very powerful, sensitive nature also. But if you look at them with love, and also from childhood, uh, our drishti is not, oh, this one is child. You will be surprised that how many, before now there is gyan, so you might have your grandchildren. or some still have little children I see. But what should be my drishti towards a child? Not that it's a child so ignorant, doesn't know anything. I have experience. Of course, lot of things have to be taught, in a physical way, like walking and talking and everything. But actually, soul has all the sanskars from the past. It's very mature soul, right? So if you listen to child from very beginning, child will listen to you. But if I think, no, I have to keep saying it because child doesn't know anything. And that's actually ignorance because child also is very sensible. That is why, I remember that they used to say, listen to what a child is saying because sometimes they say truth. What comes out of their mouth is truth because they're not conditioned by present situations. So this drishti towards everyone as a soul, this very, very beautiful relationship is created where our past karmic accounts can be solved. So when Baba talks of civil eyes, not body consciousness, one is of course man and woman, female body, male body, body consciousness in that way. But in any respect, anyone, Baba says, for us, if anyone of any religion, any color, any race, anything, but our drishti towards everyone should be soul consciousness. Because otherwise, suddenly you are creating some negative karmas. Then you won't have beautiful experiences of them becoming cooperative, or so many beautiful things happen in our lives where we find people come and they start helping you. People you don't know in different countries, they come, they start talking to you with a lot of love as they know you. So our drishti creates a very, very beautiful relationship. And if there is something from the past, also it burns it, it reduces, cancels it. So when I pay attention to smriti, then attitude, then drishti, mm, and I feel that always remember that these same eyes are used to take drishti from Baba, right? We have to take drishti from Baba. So purity of eye is so important. And then God's love, I have to share with the eyes. So eyes are very important. It is sense organ and physical organ. Some, they make such eyes, the way they see others. We have to always, always, not only brotherly, but God's love to everyone. So one of the really main principle which we have to practice lot, to keep our awareness clean, our attitude clean, and our drishti brotherly, loveful, soul conscious. And when as much you start paying attention to awareness, you will know it needs a lot of work there because it's deeper than even thoughts. No? So somebody, we had discussion on what comes first, thought or awareness. They both are very deeply connected. Awareness creates thoughts also. Whatever kind of awareness you have, same kind of quality of thoughts will be created. And then from there, after drishti comes your mouth. Because then the way we speak to that person, there is a saying, when I remember as young person, Didi Manmohini was my personal senior, they taught us what is Brahmin vocabulary. So I'm talking of 60 years ago when I learned so many things. I remember when I hear some of Baba's children using such ordinary words. So I used to say, but this is not in Brahmin dictionary. So she used to say, every word you speak should be word of blessing. So at that time, whatever way I understood, but she will say, reminding anyone of their mistakes is not blessing. They want to forget, so you have to forget and forgive. Never remind, and also, let's say if someone, something you not don't like it, but you start saying things, you start speaking, which is not respectful. Because this mouth is a conch, right? So what is conch? Purity. The words which can awaken and enlighten, words which can awaken the soul and awaken the pure energy in the soul and enlighten the soul. It is from this mouth uh, that we give God's knowledge. And then if from this same mouth you start saying things which are not respectful, like Dadi Prakashmani used to say, speak less, speak softly, sweetly, with everyone, whatever anyone is. Not that with few people you speak in a way you're trying to please them, and others you speak which is not respectful. Whether it is younger person to you or older or equal. So I had heard they say that the sword which creates a wound can be healed faster than the wound which is created through the words. So it's a big chart of karmic accounts, even through the words. So the Maryada here is that always blow it as a conch, means sacred words, inspiring words, words of enthusiasm. Keeps everyone very light and happy. And then same energy comes to you also, no, when you say it. But I always remind myself that uh, from these eyes, I have to give drishti, Baba's love. So how pure it should be. And from the mouth, I have to speak God's versions. So how much purity should be there in our words, through our mouth. Of course, later on, food is another big subject, which we will take separately, that how important our food and what we consume, how we do it. But here I'm talking of more of uh, words. Baba says purity of thoughts, words, and actions. Then he says mind, body, and wealth. So we talked of mind, we're talking of body, then we will talk of wealth also. So same is our ears. Our ears, it should not hear anything. Some people really love to hear everything from here, there, and then they repeat it. I said, but how you heard it? Oh, this one was saying, that one saying. So your intellect really gets very, it's not clean then. There are, many things. I'm in Yagya for 60 years. Yeah, so dadis tell us, inform us, work, whatever. But there are some things which I don't know, but I don't mind it because I know when Baba wants it, when it is necessary, I will come to know. So this whole thing of listening, any kind of unnecessary things, so you are adding so much work for your mind, right? So all that stuff has gone in your head. Now all those thoughts will come. There is a saying that the voices mean words, and images, they never disappear. They just emerge sometimes or other. So always pay attention. What should I listen? Even for seeing, of course, I don't think you all must be, but some have habit of watching movies and reading some kind of books which are not really very good ones. And so they use their sense organs and take all that stuff inside. Mm. So pay attention also to ears, that always don't have your ears open. You hear something which necessary, like for me, it's not all the time, but most of the time, anyone comes to say something, or I always bring Baba in between because I don't want to create karmic accounts too. Let's say somebody is not happy with someone, or has some kind of lack of contentment, so there's complaint. So I say, okay, I intervene, I interact, and so it will again become karmic account. So if I bring Baba in between, Baba can help both of us, and Baba can help everyone. So anything, when we listen, when we speak, these are very important karmas, which we have to be very careful, because they all are very connected, right? Especially before sleeping. Just look at Baba in your room, not too many things. Baba's light or awake Babdala's, take drishti, sleep with Baba. There is a saying, Baba also reminds us in Patha Bhakti, he used to say, I hear you, I talk to you, we communicate with Baba, look at Baba. Baba is my world. Right? So purity at this time, whatever past is past. Some have become habits, so they could come back and we could be pulled to do that. But if we pay attention as we spending time and want to become complete before whatever happens in the world, then we have to pay special attention to our words, to our eyes, to our listening. And that is why Baba also says, have good company. Study every day. I'm sure you all listen to Murli every day. Listen to Murli, read Murli, revise Murli, make notes of Murli, do churning of Murli. And then you will find that it changes all that energy which helps us, supports the purity, the eternal self. So think about all that, and they say that Janki used to give example that when they go in Ganges, they have to take dip, right? So they close these parts, with their fingers. So she always tells us, used to tell us all the time, which is a common saying, no? Hear no evil, see no evil, talk no evil. And then Baba says, think no evil. Hmm? Yeah, of course, not do evil also. So purity, and then with that clean. Purity is viceless, then you keep it clean, because the influences and sanskars and what we see, little things can keep appearing and you keep removing it. Dust, remove the dust. I say one is alloy, which we burn, other is rust, which we have to clean. Third is dust. So there is alloy, there is rust, there is dust. All these are different types of impurities. Alloy has to be burned. Then rust has to be removed. If anything is rusted, Baba says, I am magnet. If your intellect has rust, you cannot pull me. And third is dust, which is all the time you have to keep cleaning every day. So our aim is to have 16 degrees celestial purity, viceless and all virtuous. And then comes Maryada Purushottam, one who follows all Maryadas. We have many examples in Yajna, many. Those who are always very, very much attentive on using their sense organs because they are karmas, no? And create sanskars. We are here changing our sanskars, so we have to be careful of what kind of sanskars we are creating. So our eternal self is pure and as a seed, and because whatever is in the seed, when it's sown, then that kind of quality of life we will get in golden age. So this is the time to stay in that seed form stage, eternal self. You all are okay? Everyone is okay? Yeah, you all are okay? Baba, I was thinking that it's not only one time, night time we thanks Baba, but every breath you can thank Baba for the way he's keeping us, he's taking care of us, sustaining us, providing us every breath. At least for me, whenever I say thank you, Baba, to have a life free from obstacles. Because the main thing is anything you want to do, especially when you want to do consistently, the obstacle will come. What we call as Maya or test or whatever. But we all have stayed, no? Even we know there are obstacles, sometimes in different ways, but at least Baba is helping us to stay free from obstacles. So we thank Baba. You can make the list for how many, for what we need to. There are so many things we could be thankful to Baba. Do you all agree? Yeah, you agree? Do you feel from your breath you want to thank Baba? Or you still say, how do I remember Baba? I say, is there any effort to remember Baba? What is our present life? Baba has kept us, even if there are certain fears, but helping us free from fears, worries, always under his canopy. So from heart, from breath, every thought is towards Baba. Thank you, Baba. That's what my experience is. Anytime I just look around, anything I say, Baba, thank you. Okay, Om Shanti.
Hello, sister. Om Shanti. Om Shanti, brother. How are you? I am great and super excited. Do you know why? I know that we're going to the United States of America in 2 states, Boston and Connecticut. Yes, you are absolutely right. Let's fly.
Om Shanti. Boston recently renovated whole center, and after renovation, it's beautiful, beautiful, big space. And then Brother Dev and Rita Ben, they are main instruments with a beautiful, beautiful family and core team. But also Connecticut we showed because from Gita Parshala, how they change it into um, commercial space, because then address can be Rita Ben, right? Hello. Chalo, so Connecticut also is a role model that when they used to have, they used to have classes at home, and then they, Jashri Ben Ravindra Bhai, then they change into the commercial space because they used to do at home. Then they had one room, then service kept growing. So it's a good model to see how we can rent the space and also do Baba's service properly. Om Shanti. Okay. Blessing for tomorrow. May you be worshipped by the world. Baba says first you have to be praiseworthy, then worship worthy. At Confluence says there is praise of Baba's children. But Baba says, may you be worship worthy by the world. No, may you be worshipped by the world by being elevated out of all souls, by knowing your own greatness and your praise. By knowing your own greatness and also praise. That will be our next worship worthy. At present, every Brahmin child is praised above all souls of the world, and in the future, they will be worshipped by the world. No? And soul, body, both are pure, then we become worship worthy. Even though all are number wise, even the last number bead is great in front of the world. Even now, devotee souls place the last bead of the rosary on their eyes, because all of you children are the stars of Baba's eyes, the jewels of light. So when they chant rosary, so every bead they put on the eyes, like, so Baba is saying, because you are jewels of light, so whoever had the faith to consider himself to be a child of the Father, and who directly becomes a child of the Father with his mind and true heart, receives a blessing or a lottery to become great and worthy of worship. So slogan is, let your stage be constantly filled with all the treasures, and you will remain content, and then the situations will change. Not if situation change, I will be content, but if you stay content, then situation will also change. So our practice will continue, that emerging our elevated stage, recognizing our greatness, keep emerging the awareness of my eternal self, which is loveful, which is pure, and very, very, very sweet, very lovely. And especially at the time we all are, I was thinking today, bring happiness in whatever little way you can do, whether within family or wherever, little happiness, talking nicely, offering something little, but don't just live for yourself, because sometimes social distancing can make us like, no, we don't know how to interact. So even if we are not able to be face to face, or even if we are, uh, we have to be far, we have to follow certain, be careful, but internally our vibration should be very welcoming. Nice to see you, meet you, share whatever you can. So our vibrations have to be welcoming and also sharing happiness with everyone. I see by little things, people feel so happy. So that's what we have to be happy and also give happiness to everyone. So you receive more and more good energy and also blessings from the souls and also from Baba. Om Shanti. Let's remember Baba, and then we say good night. Om Shanti and good night, everyone. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.